My name is David. I'm a member of QA team here in ACTUM, and I have a presentation about Selenium Grid and parallel automation testing. First, I would like to speak about what is Selenium. Selenium WebDriver is automation testing framework that's specialized for web applications. It takes code written in languages like C#, Java, or other, and translate it into commands for browser. It supports Mozilla natively, but it has extensions for Chrome, i.e. Safari, and many other browsers. It runs on all major platforms, but it has one little problem: it can run only one browser at a time. That's why we use Selenium Grid. Selenium Grid is server that allows to run multiple instances of the browser at once. It can register multiple operating systems, multiple platforms, and it can register multiple browsers on those platforms. In Grid, you have always one hub, which is a main unit that takes the commands from the code and translate it to and send it to the node. Node is some device that will run the test. The advantage is that the node doesn't have to be real machine; it can be virtual machine. So if you have one strong computer, you can run 5, 6, depending on your hardware, machines, and run 6 tests at once. With extension called ACTUM, you can also run these tests on handheld or mobile devices like Android tablets, Android phones, and of course iOS devices. These devices also don't have to be hardware. They can be just virtual, and it's possible, but it's complicated a little bit. Now, Grid. This is representation of the setup of the Grid. What you see up there.
No, není to tam.
This thing, that's the hub. The hub has registered 5 nodes. You can see that 3 of them are Windows. They don't have to have the same version. You can have registered XP 7 and 10. It doesn't matter. You can also have registered 310 Windowses. You can register Linux and of course Apple. These nodes, each one have registered some browsers on it. If you run your test, you will send the test to the hub. The test has some specification. The specification looks like this. You can see I'm creating driver with for Firefox that wants to run on Windows, and the version of Firefox is 41. You don't have to specify version of Firefox. You can just say Firefox. It will run any Firefox you want. You can also specify version of your platform. So you send test to the hub. The hub knows the nodes registered to it, and he will select node with the capabilities you desire. So it will know you want to run it on Firefox, on Windows. It will select this hub and send the test, this node, and send the test to the node. This way, if you send 4 or 5 tests to the hub, it will select the first one, run it on Firefox, then select the second one, and then select the third one, and when the first finishes, it will automatically send another test. This way you can execute tests in parallel to each other. This is very important. Why is it important? It's shown here. If you have large project with large automation framework, you can have thousands of tests. This project is small project automation for intranet. that we have actually here in ACTUM. It's 120 tests because there are many roles and privileges, and each test takes about 20 seconds. So if you want to run the test, all tests, it will take 40 minutes. And it's one browser and one platform. If we will run it on the setup, we have here. We have here, meaning Windows with 3 browsers, Linux with 1 browser, and Apple with 1 browser. It's 720 tests, so about 4 hours of runtime. I think we all can imagine what our customer would say if we would tell him, okay, we just did build, now wait 5 hours for our automation tests. Metro wouldn't be very happy with that. So, we can run these tests on the grid. In the grid, when the tests are run in parallel and on each platform, it gets back to the 40 minutes. So it's 6 times faster. And this setup can be run on one normal computer we have here. You don't need super strong machine to run 5 virtual machines in it. So if you take one computer, you can run this test much faster. If you create some farm with 5 computers, you can run thousands of tests in minutes, which is very important if you do agile, which we are trying to do. So that's all, and now I will try to play this video. Some questions? Yeah.
What is this hub exactly? It's a software, hardware?
It's you create server from your own computer, and you register the hubs as units of the server. It's not software. It's software, but
if you use your computer resources, to create okay.
You have to use some computers. Jean-Luc was first. Yep.
Small question. Is it possible to distinguish the environment that you like to run the test based on some kind of configuration?
You can only distinguish between platform and browser. So if you have Windows 7 and browser Firefox 26, you can distinguish that. Mm-hmm. You can make like some flag or tag for it. It's not possible. But you just create the test and say run this test on Windows of this version and browser of this version.
It's a big limitation. I would expect some kind of
it's limitation if you create some tests with capabilities that are not present in the hub. You just have watch for that. That's all.
Okay,
so because of this limitation, have you tried to investigate if there are any container possibilities, like having one operating system and multiple browser versions on that one operating system running in containers?
Firefox doesn't allow it,
Okay.
Chrome doesn't allow it, and EA I never tried.
Okay. It will not work.
I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
Internet Explorer allow only one instance on a given computer, so there is
There is problem if you install different versions of Firefox, it will always check for the new version, and you can't disallow it. It's hard coded. Any other questions?
What's the output of these tests?
Output?
Is it possible?
It's
a huge log of.
It looks a little bit like, where is my mouse? Like this,
Awesome.
and and you can capture screenshots. So if the test fails before it closes the driver or the test, it will take a screenshot, which is big help. And otherwise you have log. Which
So and from this log, are you able to tell me what happened? Like
this is very important.
yeah,
Test
definitely.
best. You can actually this is created by me. You can put into the log whatever you want. So I have the name of the test, the result, and these are steps what it's doing. So you can see that it's changing some value or clicking or some element. And you can also make your own comments. So if you have method that is doing something, you can comment on it.
Because this is more readable than logs from web driver or browser log, because they are not reading, or you don't know what actually happened there.
And you actually get you get XML file, which is containing this data, but you have to create some program to read it too. So.
Is it possible to split like this 120 tests between nodes?
The hub does it automatically. He doesn't run each test on each node.
Okay.
He decides which node is free, and he allocates the test to the free node. So there is always different tests running on different node.
Okay. But does it mean that it is possible that one test wouldn't be run on like Linux?
No. The one test you want to run it on all browsers on all platforms. The hub will know that it has only one Linux platform, and it will send to it to test. Then he knows he has only one Apple platform, and he will send it to the Apple platform.
Yeah, but I mean, if we will put like 5 exactly the same nodes, if it's possible to run one test only on one node.
Yeah, that's actually what it does.
Okay.
That's the parallel test.
The node is one server, right?
It acts like server. It's not.
It's not.
No, it can be virtual machine.
Okay, so we can have this was my question actually. Okay.
Anyone else?